Hey friends, this is Bran from Cherry Grove Farmhouse, and today we're going to be making some homemade buttermilk biscuits. You only need 3 ingredients: self-rising flour, buttermilk, and butter. Now my recipe calls for 2 1/3 cups of self-rising flour. What makes these biscuits so amazing is frozen butter. You heard me right. Make sure that you put your stick of butter into the freezer for at least an hour or so, and so that it will be nice and frozen when you make the biscuits. Now some people will grate the frozen butter, but I like to just cut it into little cubes because I feel like that makes the biscuits a lot more fluffy than the grated butter does. So when you're finished cutting the butter into the little cubes, just toss that into the flour and make sure that the frozen butter cubes are coated really well with the flour. So you'll want to spray your pan with cooking spray. You can tell that pan has been well loved and used many times to make lots of biscuits. And we're going to use our buttermilk. This is like whole buttermilk, but you can choose, whatever kind of buttermilk that you like for these biscuits. And we're going to do 1 1/3 cups of buttermilk. You want to mix until everything is combined. Just be careful not to over mix because it can make your biscuits dry. And that's what your biscuit dough will look like. So here I have a cutting board, and I'm just going to put some flour on there and get the biscuit dough out and knead it a few times. Don't want to over knead it because you can make the biscuits dry that way as well. Or you can roll it out with a rolling pin and cut your biscuits out if you like your biscuits more uniform looking. But I kind of like the rustic look of just rolling them, with your hands. So that's what I always do. And it was at this point that I decided I needed a little more flour on my hands to keep the dough from sticking. And I wanted to show the chunks of butter in the biscuits. That is the secret that makes these biscuits so good. With this recipe, I get exactly 8 biscuits. And this is what it looks like with the biscuits shaped and put into the pan. And I have to show my biscuit making mess. But it's okay, it's worth it. My oven has been preheating at 400 and I'm ready to put the biscuits in for 20 minutes. I don't know about y'all, but I always have to peek in at least halfway through just to make sure everything is looking good. And it is. This is the view out of my kitchen window while I'm waiting for the biscuits to finish cooking. We have some visitors in the backyard. Can you see the turkeys as they're walking through? And the last step is to pull the biscuits out after 20 minutes, brush the tops with butter, put them back in for about 5 more minutes. And here's a nice fluffy biscuit just waiting for some gravy to be poured over the top. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel.